Hey, good morning, everyone. I am enjoying my vacation and I appreciate your patience. We haven't had our live meditation for a couple weeks, but I will be back in the saddle next week. I have been out of town and then just newly back in town. Had a wonderful, restful time with my partner and his dogs, and just a lovely vacation. So, thank you for joining me on YouTube or in podcast. We are Calgary Mindfulness, and we can be found online at calgarymindfulness.ca. And I welcome your questions and issues. Please email them to me at calgarymindfulness@gmail.com. I use your questions and feedback to guide all of our practices. And just happy to be sitting with you today. And let's just take a moment to get into the mindful body. It's our posture of meditation, a posture of strength and ease. So straight, but not impossible straight where we can't hold it. We want to keep it easy. If you're sitting, noticing where your feet connect with the floor, strong and straight. And as you inhale and exhale, noticing the rise and fall of the torso. So I can better see the screen here. There we go. Continuing to inhale and exhale, noticing the rise and fall of the torso as we sit in the mindful body, our posture that is strong and straight. With time, this becomes a self-hypnotic trigger where the strong, straight posture we adopt triggers the relaxation and ease and groundedness of meditation, where we can get into that deeper state of meditation quite quickly. Feeling the sense of openness and interconnectedness and the sense of time slowing down. So that's what we're looking for in creating the triggers of the body, the breathing. And so just being very present with each breath, because when we need this, when we want to pull out the benefits of meditation out of our bucket for later, when we need it in a pinch, let's say you're stressed out in traffic or you're feeling really worried about something, one very deep breath, one strengthening and straightening of the body, one observation of the rise and fall of the torso or of the way the feet are planted into the ground at any given moment can be enough to trigger all of that understanding of our own strength, of our own resilience. We are creating a habit. We are creating reserves that we can draw upon when we need. And of course, we are developing focus, equanimity, acceptance, compassion, all of those awesome things. And just sitting with the mindful body and the breath for a couple moments longer to enjoy and nourish this connection. If you are wishy-washy about this, you cannot retrieve the benefits when you need. So you're here, do it with 100% of your brain and body. Do it. Be here with me in this community. Inhale and exhale. And all the while with gratitude for our ability to nourish ourselves this way. It's free. It's easy. It's available. There is no obstacle. Isn't that awesome? There is nothing in the way. Let's conduct a body scan, all the while staying anchored to our sense of straightness and strength and ease, visualizing a mountain or a tree as our role models. Noticing where the feet plant onto the floor, sending our awareness up through the ankles, up through the shins and calves, over to the knees. As we encounter a part of the body that may be experiencing discomfort or a lack of ease, let's hold our attention there for a few moments longer. And sending our awareness up the quadriceps and the glutes into the sit bones, noticing where we're making contact with the chair or floor or mat. Allowing the belly to expand as we inhale. And noticing how it contracts as we exhale. And again, inhale deeply. And exhaling, sending our awareness further up through the torso toward the heart. And let's sit here a moment, allowing our attention to be with the heart, the seat of suffering, of joy, of pain and hope. We feel so much physically when we have strong emotions, both happy and sad emotions. So let's sit here for a moment, inhaling and exhaling. And just giving our attention to this area of the body, allowing it to be open and free. Noticing the rise and fall of the torso are constant as we continue to breathe, cycling through the anchors, but always returning with gratitude to this wonderful ability we have to breathe. And sending our awareness further up the body towards the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. And just let's take a moment to notice anything we can about our heads. Perhaps feeling our hair touching our ears. Perhaps noticing a slight breeze of wind on our scalps. Relaxing the face, relaxing the mouth. Feeling a slight smile of the mouth, turning the whole face upward, lifting and expanding the face. Relaxing the eyes and eyebrows. And just settling into this present moment. We are continuing with our self-care series, and we have been focused on loving kindness because that's where it's at. That is where self-care is at. So we have covered giving and receiving loving kindness, giving to our loved ones, receiving from our loved ones, visualizing this, receiving from ourselves this loving kindness, visualizing holding ourselves in open compassion, without judgment, in ease, visualizing ourselves happy, respected, fulfilled, visualizing ourselves healthy and strong, and just being easy about it all, resolving to roll without getting offended so easily by others, by ourselves, by strangers, by politics, by governments. We are going to be a little bit easier, working with the flow a little bit, not generating so much resistance with our thinking. So those are the aspects of self-care that we have covered so far in this series on self-care. And this year we've been sticking with it. How do we handle stressful times? How can we be more loving to ourselves during stressful times? So this is what people are sending me, and that's why we are working on these ideas. There goes Balthazar. The most dangerous ginger tabby in Midnapore. And just settling into our intention for the day, offering self-care. So let's take a moment and just kind of chronicle the day. Let's notice areas of our day where we could have been a little less reactive. Perhaps it was in line at the grocery store, or perhaps you were awakened early by your alarm, or others in the house, you're feeling frustrated. Let's take stock of some of these offenses that we have received. Perhaps other drivers were getting on our nerves, or they were in the way of us getting from A to B as fast as we can. Perhaps some things that we wanted to go smoothly didn't, and threw hiccups into the rest of our day. So anything like that, people, place, thing, event, where we felt we lacked control and then got frustrated. And so what is the root of that? The root is the fear of safety when we lose control. We fear that we are not going to have enough, be enough, do enough. And so that can be amplified. Our fear of survival is amplified when we are when we take offense too easily, when we feel victimized too easily. This is a first world disease for sure. So my internet's down, the world's against me. And so we want to develop some emotional and spiritual maturity to navigate the regular bumps of life, so that we are out of the toddler phase. We are not toddlers in the daycare squabbling over Lego. We want to put that behind us. And unfortunately, in Western society, that is not the case. That is not the case. And I am guilty of it as well. So how does this relate to self-care? The constant taking of offense makes us feel like we are at war. We are at war on purpose. Everyone is dumb. I can't count on anyone. I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm alone against the world. And so what happens when we feel that way? Constant stress, constant flight fight, low grade flight fight. What does that do to our bodies? It depresses the immune system. What does that do to our minds? Makes us very reactive, and can interfere with a lot. Sleeping, peacefulness, controlling our tempers. So huge impact. Our reactivity has a huge impact on our physical and mental well-being. As meditators, we are committed to the principle that we do not change the world outside us to feel better. First, we change our attitude. Stop one is equanimity and compassion. I accept what's happening right now. It's okay. I have failed, others have failed me. It's okay. Here I am. So that's step one. And that's what we are sitting with right now, looking for where we feel we have failed or others have failed us, so we can develop some self-compassion and equanimity. At this point, I encourage you to delve deep into your mindful body and notice the rise and fall of the torso, allowing thoughts to arise. We have committed to an intention for today's practice, and now we will receive what we have asked for. The thoughts will come to us for our review, for our surrender, for our observation. So let's be open and available. Let's allow it to happen. Inhaling and exhaling. Must keep a sense of humor about this. Do not self-flagellate for not being perfect. We don't get there. It is a journey. Winter belly, look at that. Winter belly. I can't take these guys for their checkups until they lose some weight. Me too. Been away, so they're very happy I'm home. They're underfoot, snuggling. I love having my entourage again. As we sit with our thoughts, cycling through the other physical anchors to help keep us rooted in this meditation. Breathing deeply, listening, noticing the body. As thoughts arise, allow them to pass. Knowing that we can journal right after our practice if the practice has opened up something within us that needs to be written down, processed, or otherwise analyzed if you like. But not required for healing. We just need to be willing to let go. Just being very grateful for this time together where we can explore our vulnerable selves so very deeply. Where do you get to do this? We are wearing a mask the rest of the time. Let it off. Take it off. Let it out. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. And committing to sitting with this intention over the week. Where do we feel like a victim? Where can we let go and be a little bit easier? Is it really worth the mental stress of self-attack and attack on others to race to wherever we're getting to go to save 60 seconds or 5 minutes? Is it worth the mental stress that we have put ourselves through by hating people around us? It is never worth it. Does it happen anyway? We do it. With more practice, we have a little more emotional maturity, and so we can restrain ourselves and decompress in the moment. And with that intention in mind, let's take a deep breath and tie it to this idea of decompressing very quickly in the moment. Allowing the idea to sit and sink in, that one very deep breath can defuse all the rocket fuel we've been carrying around. And then allowing the body to be easy and free. Allowing the belly to relax and the shoulders to relax, the face to relax. This is such a fruitful meditation, noticing where we feel victimized and allowing ourselves to let go of it without having to analyze it. It is so deeply liberating. Let's intend together as a community, me too, to carry this practice with us through the week so we can be the highest and best we can be for ourselves and others. Thank you for meeting with me today. Have a great week.